Hello, my name's Kaylee, welcome back to my channel. I was going to film a proper introduction to this video, but I've just got so much to do, and I started filming this video about 3 weeks ago, and I've just added little bits to it here and there because things have just been busy. And I'm assuming if you have clicked on this video, then it is because you want quick, easy, simple, healthy recipes for baby-led weaning to feed your children, and that's exactly what I'm going to share with you today. If you want something fancy, not the video for you. If you're a frazzled mum like me who barely has time to sort their hair out in the morning and just wants to be able to throw something on a plate for your children that is healthy, tasty and suitable for baby-led weaning, then give this video a watch, and I hope you find something that will be useful and your little one will enjoy. My children are grown up now. I say grown up. Harry is 6 and Megan is 4, so they are not babies anymore, but I used to share loads when they were weaning and I still get asked about it a lot, so I thought, why not? These are recipes they still enjoy, so I wasn't just making them randomly. I made them and the kids ate them, but I did serve them these when they were 6 months old, so hopefully your little one will enjoy them too. Right, there's my little girl calling me, so I've got to go, but yeah, I hope you enjoy the recipes. Bye!
Okay, so the first recipe I've got for you is these pesto pita pockets. They're really quick and easy. You just need some pita bread. You can use white or wholemeal. I always heard that white was better for weaning babies, but I don't know. Some cheddar cheese and some pesto. You simply cut the pita bread in half and pop it in the toaster until it's cooked, and then you grate some cheese. Once you've done that, you take your pesto. You can get low salt options, which is great for baby-led weaning. However, my kids are a bit older, so I didn't use that. You spread some of the pesto on one side of the pocket, and then you just fill it full of cheese. It's really, really simple. We use cheddar cheese, but you could use mozzarella. I think that would taste really nice too. I'm sure we've done that in the past. Once you've squished it down, it will look like this, and it's just a really quick, tasty meal for your baby. Now, depending on their age, you might want to cut it differently. So for my children, I would keep it halved for Harry because he's 6. I quarter them now for Megan because she is 4. But then I had my nephew round a couple of weeks ago and I cut them into fingers for him because he's only little, and it's just easier for baby to pick up if things are in finger shaped and sized pieces. So you can see here they're just in little strips, and the kids really, really enjoy these. It sounds so obvious and so simple, but these are the recipes that I love. The next one is sweet potato toast, and this one again is ready in 5 minutes. It's just so easy. You peel a sweet potato, and then I used this crinkle cutter, but you could just use a knife to slice it. I just find that the crinkles help to hold the toppings a little bit and make it easier for baby to grip onto, but it's not essential. It's just like an added little fancy extra if you want to make it easier for baby to hold. I then cut the sweet potato into strips. It was a little bit too long for my crinkle cutter, but we managed. And so they're just sort of like slices of toast, I guess. That's the kind of size and shape you're looking for. Once you've done that, you're just literally going to pop them in the toaster. And I usually have to pop my toaster down. I set it to like the highest setting, and I usually have to pop it down 3 or 4 times to make it nice and soft. Then you can top your sweet potato toast with whatever you like. We like peanut butter and banana, or as you can see here, I'm adding some avocado, which is really tasty too. Cream cheese and strawberry is a really nice sweet option if your little one's not too keen on savoury. Or you can put some beans on top as well and use it as toast and just add that little bit of extra veggies into their dinner. I forgot how much I enjoyed this. I actually ended up eating this for my lunch after I made it, and it's so tasty and really healthy, really quick and easy. They look a lot fancier than they are, which is always a bonus in my book as well. So you can see here, I decided to eat this for my lunch, and honestly, adults, give this a go too. It's just really, really nice. I cannot fault it. My favourite was the peanut butter and banana, and you can just see here where I've bitten it that the sweet potato goes really, really soft. It's really easy to bite for a baby, even without teeth, and it holds its shape beautifully. So it's just a huge win in my book. The next recipe is these courgette pizza bites, and you just need a courgette, some tomato puree, some cheese, I just use grated cheddar again, and some mixed herbs that you're going to sprinkle on the top at the end. This one again is really quick and easy, and we used to eat this a lot. You slice your courgette into discs, but again, if you wanted to make it even easier for baby, you could do it into finger size and shape pieces just to make it that little bit easier for them to pick up. I found that these were big enough and baby managed them anyway, but there's just a little tip if you want to make it even more accessible for your child. Once you've got your discs, you squeeze on a little bit of tomato puree. This is going to be like your tomato-y pizza base, and you literally need the tiniest little bit in the middle of each of your courgette discs, and then you're going to use a spoon to just kind of spread that. Oh, I used a knife, but a back of a spoon works even better. I don't know why I'm using a knife here. Yeah, just sort of spread it all over so that it's nice and evenly covered. So you're basically just making a pizza, but on courgette slices. It's that simple. Then you're going to pop your grated cheese on top. Just a little bit is absolutely fine. And again, it's just making a pizza. I feel like I'm explaining something that doesn't necessarily need explaining, but just in case, I'm going to talk you through it anyway. So I'm just popping all the cheese on there, and then the tiniest sprinkle of mixed herbs on the top just to add a little bit of flavour. You don't want to add any salt to baby's food, but I always found that adding herbs really helped. Then I got a lined baking tray, just so that you can't see what sort of a state my baking tray is in, and sprayed it with some oil. I'm going to pop those on the baking tray and pop them in the oven. They literally take a couple of minutes. As you can see, I forgot about mine and burnt them, but I promise you these do usually work. These were still really tasty, but they were burnt, and I wanted to keep that in because things don't always go to plan, but this is what they should look like if you do it right. The next recipe is these egg tortilla wraps, and again, really quick and simple. You just crack your eggs into a bowl, give them a little whisk and add some milk, and then mix that all up so it's nice and, I was going to say fluffy, it's not really fluffy, is it? Never mind. Get your frying pan and some sunflower oil. Again, just give it a little spray so that nothing sticks. Non-stick pans would work the best. And then you're going to pop your egg mixture in and your tortilla wrap on top. This was really fiddly to do with one hand, but you get the idea. Then once it's been in the pan for a couple of minutes, you're going to flip it. I don't know why the lighting makes it look like it's a lot darker on here than it is, but this was a nice golden colour. And then you're literally just going to roll it up into a wrap shape, and that's it. The egg is stuck to the tortilla because of the way you cooked it, so it's not going to fall out when baby's trying to eat it. And then you can just slice it up into whatever size and shape you want. You can see my nephew in the background here waiting for his dinner. He really enjoyed these, and again, this is something that I like for my lunch too. With baby-led weaning, I always like to do recipes that I could eat with the children to encourage them, and these were just a great idea that we could all eat together. I served it on this day with ham, beans, cucumber and tomato, but you can serve it with whatever you think is best. You can serve it with broccoli or peas or whatever you've got. The next recipe is these pancakes, and they're oaty pancakes with banana in them. So you don't have to do this step, but I find it helps. You get some oats, just normal porridge oats, and blitz them in a food processor. So they look like a kind of flour once you've done that. Then you're going to take your oats. You should probably measure this properly, but I don't. Just whatever size of cup I used for the oats, I use the same size of cup to fill with milk to go in my recipe as well, and that's always worked for me. I don't like to be exact. You also need a banana and an egg, but I didn't show that in this bit because I forgot. So you mash up the banana. You can see my little girl's come to help me here, and she's trying to take over. So she's going to have a little mash. It's great to do with your children, especially if you've got older children. They love getting involved with recipes like this. I love cooking with my kids in the kitchen. So you mash up the banana until it's nice and gooey and mushy, and then you're going to pop that into a bowl. Once it's in the bowl, you're going to add your oats that you've made into a kind of flour. Again, you don't have to blitz these. You could just use oats as they are, but this is just easier for baby-led weaning, I find. Add your milk, Crack an egg into the bowl and then just give it a good mix. Megan decided to take over here again. She loves cooking in the kitchen with me and I love cooking with her. It's just one of those things that it's really nice mummy and daughter time. My son likes to get involved too, to be fair. So again, spray your pan with just a little bit of oil. Take a scoop of the mixture, and I like to make these small like Scotch pancakes. I find them easier and more manageable for a baby. But if you wanted to do it as one big pancake, you could, and then just cut it into strips. That would be absolutely fine. I find 3 in a pan at once is the most manageable for me. You literally let it cook for like a couple of minutes on each side and then they're done, and they're really tasty, healthy pancakes. You can also add some blueberries into the mixture as well. If you do that once you've ladled it into the pan, and then when you flip it, they'll just sort of cook into the pancake. It helps to keep them all whole instead of going mushy and turning your whole pancake purple. So that's the way I prefer to do it. Me and Megan actually ate these today as a little brunch and she really enjoyed them, and I did too. You could serve these with a little bit of syrup or some fruit. It's entirely up to you. With bananas in mind, I just thought I would show you how I like to prepare a banana for babies. So this probably isn't the best banana to show you, but it's the only one I had left. So you peel the banana, and then what I like to do is if you stick your finger down the middle, I know it sounds really weird, but if you stick your finger down the middle, it will naturally split into 3 finger-sized pieces. And because you haven't used a knife to cut it, by some magic, because it's split along like the natural seams of the banana, if that's what you'd call it, it's not as slippery, and it's so much easier for baby to hold. So you can see here that there's just not that kind of slimy, slippery texture to the outside. It just makes life so much easier. And I know this isn't the best banana, but I thought I would include this hack as well, just because it's one of my favorites. There's loads more hacks like this on my blog, and I've got another video which I'll link to below of how I prepared food for babies. But I hope you found this useful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.